Good morning, everyone. I am Lexingina Villaneda. For today, the lesson is all about physical activity. At the end of this unit, the student should be able to define what physical activity is all about. And at the end of this unit, the student should be able to classify the type of physical activity. And next is identify the different physical activity. And the last is know the importance of physical activity in our daily lives. What is physical activity? Physical activity is body movement produced by skeletal muscle that result in an expenditure of energy. Thus, daily exercise helps to stretch our body because to develop stretch is you pull or push against the force. For example, lifting weight. And the next is exercise also available for children or for adult only because of decline in the physical capability due to aging and age-related disorder. The elderly may benefit from exercise is more than younger people. Exercise has proven benefit even when begun in later years. Basic modest strength training help to elderly patients carry out activities of daily living. And for the next is what is the physical give us? So, regularly, physical activities can help to keep your thinking, learning, judgment, skill sharp as your age. It can also reduce your risk of depression and anxiety and also help you sleep better. So the next is help people achieve and maintain a healthy weight. That because your metabolism can slow with age and your body composition may be different from when you were younger. So next is reduce the feeling of stress, anxiety, and depression. Stress is the physical response to situation, and for anxiety is share the same physical and biological element as stress. Unlike the stress and anxiety, let's know about the causes, symptoms, and mechanism of depression. For build and maintain healthy bones and muscle and joints is reduce a body fat and control the weight and maintain the healthy bones, muscle, joint, and also prevent a connective decline, reduce the anxiety and depression. And for both energy level is are typically how in energy and rich in the micronutrients such as vitamins, minerals, improve the quality of the sleep is also similar. The cure for sleep and difficulties is often found in your daily routine, your sleep and schedule and bedtime habit. For aerobic, continues the movement that use a big roof are performed at intensity causes your heart, lung, and vascular system to work the harder than at rest. And for the muscular stability of the muscle to exert the repeated force against a resistance. And for the flexibility is movement of joint through full range and motion and also specific to each joint that prevent muscle strain. And the last is the body composition. So the amount of the body fat is proportion to fat and prevent, but rather than in how much of yours when is fat as opposed to muscles. Some of these activities include jogging, walking, cross-country skiing, and bicycling. For the muscular fitness, having both muscular strength and muscular endurance. Muscular strength is the amount of the force of muscle can exert, and muscular endurance the amount of the force can exert over long period of time. So the difference between us is you need a good muscular endurance to actually perform the activities. Physical activity is good for many parts of our body. So this topic will also provide a tip for getting started and staying the physically active. Physical activity is one part of a heart and healthy lifestyle. Four type of physical activity is aerobic activity, muscle stretching activities, bone stretching activities, and stretching activities. Different between exercise and sport. For exercise is form of physical activity than the primary to improve the one health and fitness. And for exercise plan, structure the repetitive body movement with the purpose of improving. And for sport flex complex, institutionalize the competitive, and this is very characteristic work again the moderate and rhythmic exercise, and also sport that get the heart to be faster than normal like a basketball, football, gymnastics, hockey, soccer, swimming, tennis, and volleyball. Next is the reason not to exercise. First is don't have the time because we can take a control over it. And the next is don't like to sweat because an individual lack the ability to sweat can influence how much their exercise is affected and the risk involved. For the last is don't know to do because the notion that physical activity help keep us healthy is very old news indeed. Get moving. Component of an exercise program is progression. It is important to make sure you are constantly improve your aerobic activities, strength training, and flexibility training. Stretch training mainly is achieved with body weight exercise. If you want to work up at home, the following can be performed at home is first is a push-up, 100 reps to 4 set. Now if you are beginner, then try with as many number of push-up you can perform with the right posture, form, and speed. And next is chin up. 50 to 5 set. This is might feel difficult in the beginning, but you have to keep on practicing. Before doing any of the workout, do the proper stretching and always make sure you are doing the workout properly. Definition: muscle workup again the resistance that improve the stretch and endurance. Stretch allow us to move and endurance allow to us and perform work over time. For flexibility training, the normal extensibility for also tissues that allow the full range of motion of joint, and the normal extensibility is capability to be elaborated or reached. Let's talk about the range of motion. The combination of flexibility, the nervous system, ability to control this range of motion efficiently. Benefit: decrease the change of muscular injury, soreness, and pain. Next is the help prevent and reduce the lower back pain and improve your joint health, thigh muscle stress our joint. How much and how hard? For much and hard is open promise big result, but you don't always need to do. Instance, exercise to see the progress whether your goal is weight loss. Improve for better performance is a particular sport. There is an important place for easy, moderate, and hard workup in every exerciser schedule. Frequency: 3 to 5 days per week aerobic exercise is a minimum if days week are necessary to reach the most exercise goal and minimize health benefit. And for strength training is a minimum of 2 days per week. Flexibility training is a minimum of 3 to 5 days per week. Duration aerobic to 20-60 minutes of continuous aerobic activities. And for strength is 1 to 3 set of 8 to 12 repetitions. Stretching: stretch all muscle group and hold the position for 10 to 30 seconds. For the question, first question is what time of day is best? So choose the most convenient time for your schedule, and also choose a regular time, the same time every day, and may depend on activities you choose. Second question, can eat before exercise? It is the best not to eat a meal for hours beforehand, and be sure to drink plenty of water before and during exercise. The last question is, should exercise when I'm sick? No, especially if you have a fever.